What's up, guys? Brandon Burbank here, better known as Birdman Burbank, and it is Wednesday morning here in Seattle, Washington, and I'm really excited because I'm about to share with you guys, breaking it down, the past 5 months of being here, living in Seattle, Washington, and it's been just an awesome ride, a wonderful experience, and lots of fun opportunities to grow and overcome obstacles, overcoming struggles, and being successful. Which is what it's all about, and being happy for where you're at and what you're doing in your life and what you're doing to get to that point. So I want to just kind of dive into it basically. So like about 8 months back, I decided to take a leap of faith and started to plan ahead for making a trip to move to a place like Seattle. Some of the other places on my list was Los Angeles. However, I chose Seattle just because it was more of a closer to home and a better fit for me at that time. And so, then I ended up doing some more research, found a place that has a 6-month lease term, and that gave me an opportunity to just continue to basically build up my experience by living in Seattle by myself, and being able to self-sustain myself, self-support myself. And yeah, just focus on persevering and continuing to develop yourself as an individual. And then also with more background and context, I also was able to line up a job opportunity at Volvo Cars of Seattle, which was able to give me enough income to self-sustain myself. And so there's been some ups and some downs, but for the most part, it's been a lot of good, positive experiences that has helped me just become a better and smarter human being. And the biggest takeaways that I want to give to you is basically, if you're planning on moving to Seattle or any major city, it's important to plan ahead. Do not do it on a like just because you feel like you can do it. It's important, in my opinion. I believe that you're going to be far more successful if you plan ahead and take lucrative steps towards achieving that goal. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of effort, and basically getting it the easy route is not the best way to doing it, because you're gonna set yourself up for failure, and failure is okay at times, but it's not realistic to set yourself up for failure when you're not completely ready or 100% engaged with your decision. And then another important topic about moving to Seattle is how you need to be just ready for being able to support yourself, because in Seattle it definitely costs a lot more to live, and just there's so much to be there's so much that you'll have to experience to understand from actually living here than being just a visitor or coming for a day trip or a week or two. It takes time to really get your feet wet and learn to understand this culture of Seattle and what it's all about. And some of the things that I've kind of learned about myself is just how to really put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone to really basically to help find your success, find your own self, and find your confidence. There's been many times when I felt like oh man, I'm like, lonely or feeling depressed, and it's a matter of what you do with your time to give yourself that opportunity to set yourself up so you can be happy and thrive and feel content with your life. And overall, like as like the coronavirus kind of hit this nation and globally speaking, it's really a matter of how you react to the circumstances. And so kind of for me, what did I do to respond? Well, I mean, I took a trip to North Carolina and visited a good friend. I also ended up coming back and had to get back onto my high horse, get back onto the grind, and find a different job that basically would support myself and can support my future endeavors. Not only that, but I also started up school again, which was definitely, I think it's definitely a hard choice to make, because for me, I don't believe that I need a degree to become a motivational speaker and to become successful. However, getting that degree is going to help me in so many ways, especially with basically having more credibility as an individual and having that contentment that I can say that I have earned that degree. But besides that, basically it's a matter of juggling so much and being able to learn how to balance yourself out in life and being patient to recognize that shooting for the stars is so great and so important, but without having that sense of structure, that sense of discipline and dedication, your work ethic is going to be imperative, and basically it's really necessary to being successful. And then just kind of to wrap this video up, the final thoughts that I really have is don't be afraid to take risks, and don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, just kind of like what I mentioned earlier. There's going to be times when you feel depressed, or you might feel down, you might feel lonely, but it's a matter of how you respond to those circumstances, to those feelings, and put yourself in a better place so that you can be happy, and you can basically be thriving and striving for your goals and dreams, and striving for those $1 million dreams too. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and that's my reflection for 5 months, over 5 months here living in Seattle, Washington. And yeah, more good stuff to come. I'm still going to be living in Seattle, so I'll be posting more videos soon to come. And if any of this resonated well with you, please hit the subscribe button, or even hit the comment or like button. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys, all the support you've given me, and look forward to seeing you soon. Alright, have a good one.